Hey everybody, welcome to the Bluefin Hangout, our inaugural hangout. We have some amazing guests today. Justin, AJ. You may remember Aya. She joined us for a couple live streams, but making her live stream debut, the one, the only, the incomparable, the mountain that we all climb to reach, to aspire, to be as good as Fran. Fran, how are you doing today?
I am awesome. Thanks for having me here.
You're welcome. Always. Fran is so really right now you have almost the entirety of the Bluefin marketing team, and it's incredible that we're all on camera at the same time. They are the hardest working people in Bluefin. We're so happy to have them. And we are going to be talking all things Godzilla today. So wherever you're listening to us, make sure you're active in the chat because we are going to be giving away a very special prize. I don't know, are we unveiling the prize yet, Justin? Or?
Yeah, go for it. Let's do it.
Ooh.
In 2019, San Diego Comic-Con, there was a very, very rare 1954 Godzilla from Bandai. It's not a MonsterArts. It's just this amazing 54 version of Godzilla. It was definitely the exclusive, the exclusive that we sold that went the fastest. We allocated them by day, and they never lasted more than 30 minutes. So we have one. You're not getting this one. You're getting the one in the box. So don't worry. It's sitting on my desk. I bring out so I could show everybody. That's okay. It is a lot of fun. And so maybe what we'll do is just everyone in the comments, tell us your favorite Godzilla or your favorite Godzilla moment, and we'll pick a winner. So yay for that. So on Sunday we got the trailer for Godzilla versus Kong. I always want to say Kong versus Godzilla, but we got that trailer. It gave me goosebumps. It was incredible. It's coming the day after my birthday on March 26th. Let's
Not
start.
anymore. No, it got delayed again. Now it's March 31st.
What? No, it's not. It's not my birthday weekend now.
I know, it's ruined. It was botched. This movie keeps changing dates like every 5 seconds, but it is March 31st in theaters and HBO Max.
Thank you for correcting. I'd like to think it's because we unveiled our figures that Monday, and they looked so incredible. They're like, ooh, Bandai stepped up their game. We better step up ours. So let's start with you, AJ. AJ, what were your thoughts on the trailer for the movie that's coming March 31st?
Oh man, so going into it, so much happened in there, and I know that I had to watch it several times to kind of just digest what had happened. So we got some reoccurring characters, and I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I'm really here for the monster fight. And not only did they show us one monster fight, they showed us I think 3 different places that these fights could occur, on the boat or on the ship, in the city, and some mystical place looking thing. I saw a spaceship in the background of something, so that one got me really confused. But again, I had to watch it several times before taking it all in. I can't wait to see it. So
it's like greetings and ham. I will not fight you on a ship. I will not fight you in a slip.
Yeah, definitely. I don't even know where to begin. I don't know how the movie's gonna start, but if it starts with a fight too, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, opens with Kong on the boat. And just for the chat real quick, just to make sure everyone's clear, we are not going to be talking spoilers. I know there are a lot of theories of who's going to come. We're not going to be answering questions of, are you going to make X figure? Right now we have Kong and Godzilla. I know some eagle-eyed people in the trailer think they saw stuff that they saw, and that's totally fine. And if it comes true, we'll all be excited and happy, but I don't want the comments just littered with insert character here.
Right. And it should to be 100% transparent. We know what you know. We don't know anything about the movie other than what we saw in the trailer.
Correct. We have not seen it yet. Hopefully soon, because we do love the Godzilla.
I mean, in 20 minutes, we're supposed to hang up and go watch it.
That's a secret.
What? I wasn't invited. TFTI.
We didn't even invite everybody. Fran, you have a deep-seated love for Godzilla that goes way back. I mean, not too far back. I'm not saying anything here, but you love the rubber suit monster Godzilla. What do you think of the new Godzilla that came around in 2014? That this just CGI monstrosity that just destroys cities.
He's pretty cool, but back when I was a youngin',
1993.
Yeah, right. I used to live for Saturdays. On PBS, they would have Godzilla, the old Godzilla in black and white with the funky dub to the English to the Japanese speaking, and I loved him. I am so in love with him. But
All right.
I have to say, I am in love with Kong too, so it's hard for me to pick.
Sure.
Friends on the fence between this fight.
Like, I can't pick which one's my favorite kid.
Yeah. According to the trailer, one will fall. Sad.
Oh no, better not be Kong because he's a sexy guy. Look at those.
Yeah.
The pecs.
You like the hairy chested sort.
Yeah, that's it.
Everyone in the comments now knows Fran's type. They're all like, oh, gotta grow out the taco meat here.
Yep.
Those figures do look amazing, though.
Love me some Kong.
They do. That axe is incredible.
Mhm.
Max is incredible.
I can't wait to see Kong like fashioning that. Like, find some big bone, sitting there with the bone in his feet, and he's like.
I was picturing a toothpick scenario, actually. Like, where he's got this big old femur bone that he just chisels down to a toothpick.
I'm curious how long it took him to make that. So, where is it in the movie that he took the time to make that weapon?
It's off screen. Off screen.
Godzilla's coming out and he's like, whoa. Almost done. Let's make this fair.
Sure.
Let's make it fair.
I mean, in Dragon Ball, they give everyone 20 minutes to power up. So, I mean, I think it'll be okay.
Or sometimes days. Sometimes they're like, if you give me a day, I'll be back. Seems fair. I'm gonna go build this stadium that we're gonna have the fight in. You go in your time chamber, and I'll see you in a day, which is a year for you. So, all right, Aya, what did you think of this trailer? Fran loves Kong. Do you love Godzilla?
Yes, actually, I like Godzilla more. I guess that it's because I grew up in Japan, and then Godzilla character is always it's pretty popular character, and then I hear the name everywhere, and I see character everywhere in the store. So I feel it's more familiar to Godzilla more. But for trailer, when I saw it, I was super excited because like two big characters fighting, and I didn't know they exist in the same world, so it's kind of pretty impressive. And then also the Kong, there's some sequence that Kong interact with the young little girls in the trailer, so I'm kind of curious what kind of relationship they have. And then also the Kong's new weapon, it looks so cool because Godzilla's the atomic attack looks kind of super powerful, nobody can beat. But in the trailer, somehow the Kong's ox can catch their power. So I'm curious how he gonna fight with Godzilla.
Yeah, I love this right hook they show him giving Godzilla that right hook. It's like, cool.
Man.
Take this. What about you, Justin? What are your thoughts on the trailer?
Oh, man, I'm so excited. I woke up to it Sunday morning, and I was just laying in bed watching on my phone. And I'm like, well, now I got to watch it on my TV. And then I was like, well, now I got to watch it with my soundbar on. So I just kept rewatching it because it just kept being more and more epic. But very excited. The film is actually directed by Adam Wingard, who did Blair Witch and You're Next. So he has a horror background. So I'm curious to see what kind of thrills and scares are awaiting us. Could be terrifying. Could be one of those scary Godzilla movies.
Ooh, yeah, when Kong's looking out into like the ocean, like I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Like, nothing good can come of this, Kong.
Right. No, it's great, and the cast is pretty stacked too. You know, I like a lot of people in this, including like Lance Reddick. For all you Fringe fans out there, you know who I'm talking about. He's dynamite. And then of course Millie Bobby Brown, Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry. Great cast. And your favorite, Dave.
I was going to say, what you did this on purpose for me?
Yeah, you gotta say.
Keep your Kongs, keep your Godzillas. I'll take Coach Taylor, Kyle Chandler all day long. He is the best, and I don't care. I don't care if people complain about humans in these movies. If it's Kyle Chandler, I'll take it.
Yeah, no, I know, and it looks good. I mean, the thing is, like, you know, AJ brought up an interesting point the other day with Godzilla King of Monsters. He's like, there's a lot of people in this movie, which means a lot less monster activity, and I'm hoping that we get a few more minutes of monsters this time around. I think with two big headliners like that, I don't want them to bury the lead for 2.5 hours, you know?
It's like, it's called Godzilla versus Kong, not like Godzilla versus Kong, but a bunch of friends.
Right.
You know, chatting over, you know, who will win.
Totally. No, absolutely.
Taking bets in Vegas to like, Kong, Godzilla.
Yeah, and see, everyone, a lot of folks on this podcast are, and probably the audience are actually rooting for Godzilla. But there's something about Kong where when I look at him, I just kind of see my dog. I see his face and his eyes, and just this real, just beautiful creature. And I just want to be his best friend and be snuggle buddies. And he can be the big spoon, or maybe I could be the big spoon. I don't care. I just want to snuggle buddy with Kong.
I just want to jump in his hand.
Or maybe you could be the big and little spoon, Justin. They'll both just you're in the middle. It's a Justin sandwich.
Yeah.
Kaiju is the
middle
bread.
spoon.
I'll take it. As long as I can fit in there somewhere, it's okay.
Yeah. I think they're going to give the fans what they want. I think we're going to jump into some monster on monster action. I think the humans are there kind of as in those interludes because, like we mentioned, they're going to have to. There's going to be a time when Kong's going to have to not be fighting Godzilla to make the axe. There are clear location changes, so I think there'll be maybe 3 or 4 fights, and in between those is when we'll get the humans being like, "Oh my God, if they keep fighting, radiation will destroy the world," or something like that. And,
right. They travel a lot in these movies. I mean, in the 2014 Godzilla, they went from San Francisco to Japan to Hawaii to the desert, back to San Francisco. It's just all over the place.
Poor Vegas.
Yeah.
They don't discriminate. They'll destroy any city.
Right. And then King of Monsters, they're just in a jet flying all over the world for 2 hours.
An enormous jet, and then Godzilla's swimming through the
pockets of Earth.
The earth holes.
Yeah.
I am sad we won't get Ken Watanabe since he met his untimely end in King of Monsters. Spoiler alert for a 2-year-old film, but he kind of brought some gravitas as people when they complain about the humans. Usually they were pretty okay with him. He was kind of like a fixture, almost like a classic Godzilla character, let them fight type person. So
right.
So yeah. Well, let's just get off the table. We're taking bets. This is Vegas. You have to bet on somebody. We're laying even odds. There's no points here. Fran, who's winning this fight? Kong versus Godzilla.
Well, I'm pulling for Kong, but I have a feeling it'll be Godzilla just because his name comes first in the title.
Sure.
He's such a diva. He's like, gotta have top billing. I gotta win the fight. I gotta be bigger on the poster.
Yeah, but Kong is my man, so I don't know.
All right.
It's going to be a tough one. Kind of like the Super Bowl. All my teams are out.
Right.
But Brady's still in, so it's like every other year.
Yeah.
This podcast is now a sports podcast.
Sure. Real quick. I'm sorry. There's a question on here. Any word on when pre-orders for these will be on Bluefin? And as of right now, they're just all available at all of our retail partners, like Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, places like that. Amazon,
all those.
Also, there's Carlos has asked what is the MSRP on these. So
$68 for each.
There you go.
They will be arriving in stores on June.
That's a great
2021. Price. Yeah, $68.
And if you have a local shop that you like to frequent that does pre-orders, it's always great to help out your local shop, especially in this time. So if you got a comic shop up the street that gets MonsterArts, it might be worth calling them up and seeing if they're going to order this. And if they do, might as well put your pre-order down with them. But if we're in a crisis, if you can't leave the house, Amazon, Big Bad, Entertainment Earth, all those are fantastic options to pick these up.
And someone asked who sculpted Kong, and that is Shinzen Takeuchi. And
I did not know that.
Yeah,
easy for you to say.
It's
the
fun.
face is outstanding. Tell us about it, Justin.
Sure.
Slowly though, and put some music behind it. Fran wants
I know. I mean, I keep bringing it up because I think it's really fun. And the sculpt was based on Kong's actual bone structure, and the muscles and fur are actually rendered to screen accurate precision. I'm talking. They had monocles and magnifying glasses.
Look at those teeth.
Oh, that's great. He actually comes with 2 heads too. You got the grumpy Kong, and then you got the angry, super mega teethful mouthful of Kong. And also he comes, of course, with his axe, and then 3 pairs of hands.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, I like Scott Collider says, I think one will have the other on the ropes, and the loser will say, "Save Martha," and they'll unite against the common enemy.
Yeah. Why'd you say that name?
Yeah. I don't think it would be Martha. I think it'd be Mothra. He'd be like, "Save Mothra! Why did you say that name?"
Poor Mothra.
That's the joke going around. Oh.
Yeah. It's awesome. Hey, Felix, see your comments. Premiumband.us should be reaching out to the email address associated with your order. They are working hard to get those to you as soon as possible, but they're the ones handling all of that, so you should get information from them.
Stay tuned. Sit
Yeah.
tight.
Just don't like this comment. Mike Monsters on Twitch says, "I love new grabby hands Godzilla. I love the new grabby hands Godzilla comes with."
Oh my
Those are
gosh. I
Depeche
love the grab
Mode.
hands. Yeah. The grabbing hands. Grab all they can. Oh, it's great. I'll take the Depeche Mode any day of the week. But yeah, his hands look fantastic. I dig the wait, what did I call them? Shopping cart hands?
Is that what they call them?
No, that's just what I did. I couldn't think of a word the other day. And I was
That's
just
what
like,
it's called now. Shopping cart hands.
He's got a little shopping cart hand.
You heard it
Like,
here.
Ooh, I need this. I got to put it in my cart.
Yeah, Clayton's asking about what we thought of the song choice. So Too Cheesy? I'm trying to remember what song
I
was it?
remember that song. Yeah, I kind of feel it was a little too cheesy on it. Like it could have been something with no lyrics, and it would have worked too.
Right.
Definitely watching it over and over. I'm like, I'm tired of this, but it still looks cool.
Right.
Yeah. I kill sheep for you on Twitch. Well, not for me. I don't want you killing sheep.
Yikes. Holy smokes.
He said, I'm putting it to Minecraft name. He says Godzilla's paint apps came a long way. Yeah, this Godzilla, this Kong, it's always in the face, always in like the teeth. Where in other figures from other brands, stuff like that, you can really tell the paint scheme doesn't really match up. And these teeth and the fangs on Godzilla, I don't think it's the fangs. The
and
front
his
incisors.
the metallic coloring
they're
on his fins.
Pretty incredible. Yeah. I think I'll get 2 Kongs and a Godzilla just to gang up on him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at the booty on Kong right there.
It'll give Kong a bigger chance.
Sure.
2 Kongs.
Another question was: is Godzilla just modded from previous figures, or is it a new design? It's a new design. You can. A lot of people have pointed out the legs are a little more svelte. The face the head is a little bit of different sculpt. So, Godzilla looks like Godzilla. He looks the same in most of the movies. But a lot of new sculpting went into it. You can see the fins look a little bit more detailed. It really pops with that nice blue atomic coloring. So yeah, it is a revised sculpt.
Yeah, I think he's the best Godzilla yet we've had. He's pretty incredible.
Yeah, he stands 6.3
His
inches
legs
tall.
are beefy. He probably stands better than most.
He does a lot of squat thrusts.
Right. Leg
Squat
days.
thrusts are hard.
They are. Really are.
I'm sure they both do their daily exercises.
Sure.
Swimming, jumping around.
Swinging, digging.
There's like a scene
know.
even in the trailer. Like King Kong like loosens up his arm. I'm like, he's ready to punch someone.
Yeah.
Stephen Perez asks, are the Godzilla claws from this figure interchangeable with older MonsterArts Godzilla releases? We don't know. I can't imagine they wouldn't be. I mean, they're all pretty much ball joints and stuff like that. So I would hazard a optimistic probably.
Right.
But we don't have the figure in front of us, and it's not something we've thought to try. But I would guess yes. Might just have to push hard.
You're a good guesser too. You once guessed how much I weighed to the
I
ounce.
did.
Wow.
I mean, the pounds were wrong. I was like 80 pounds off, but the ounces, they were primo.
About a
Man, it's hard to guess.
Yeah.
So none of us have seen the movie. What's something you really want to see from this movie? What's something that you're like sitting there eating your popcorn on your couch and you're like, ooh, I hope this happens. Is there anything in particular?
I guess the fighting sequence between 2 characters is the most I was looking for, how they gonna fight, and then probably how Kong invent the weapon is something I'm really interested. And then beside that, I think how the Kong interact with human is also I'm kind of interested, because Godzilla is something we cannot talk with, but probably Kong is something helping people to fight with Godzilla. So I'm curious how the character builds relationship going on in the film. And Kong's eyes look so beautiful.
Yes.
I think.
I know.
Fran just stares into them all day.
Stares into
Yeah.
those eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's my man.
He's got hungry eyes, to bring it back to more 80s music.
Yeah.
Dirty
Dirty
dancing.
dancing. All right. There's dancing.
I love in
and
the
it's dirty.
trailer when they touch fingers, the little
Yeah.
girl and
Yeah.
Kong.
And it's
Do
like
any
this
of you
tiny, tiny
remember
thing.
when they had Kong at Universal Studios?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
like his
used to
upper
like
half
that.
body, and he's just like wrecking stuff and breaking
Uh-huh.
helicopters and stuff. Yeah.
It was like it was like an inflatable balloon. I remember
Yeah.
seeing
it
the
looked
after
nuts.
it. But it was crazy because he was shaking you.
Yeah.
I've never been shocked by a balloon. So, Fran, you said you were going to get 2 Kongs and a Godzilla. How will you display these figures in your house?
Well, I'm not sure, but I think the thing that's missing, and I think other people have said so, is Godzilla's light that comes out of his mouth. What is
His
that called?
atomic blast.
Atomic
or
breath,
something.
Yeah,
yeah.
his atomic blast. So I might have to steal one from another character because I'd like to have him in the middle doing that and Kong on each side in attack mode.
There you go.
Nice.
Fair enough.
I think that would
How-
be cool. Yeah.
Who
Kong
here is
like
going to
that.
display Kong riding on the back of Godzilla?
No.
Now that you've said it, I
That's
probably
funny, though.
will. I
Oh,
was
no.
gonna fashion me a wooden table and have them enjoying a cup of tea.
Oh, that's probably nicer. Mr. Vader's Fist is signing off because we said Hungry Eyes. Apparently, he's not a Swayze fan, I guess.
What? Oh my god, I love the Swayze.
Yeah. Kong choking out Ghidorah, maybe. That'd be a fun pose.
Mm.
Yeah, with his axe on the ready, riding on Godzilla's back. I'm with you, Mike's Monsters.
Yeah. Charge. Be great.
There we go.
Axe in this hand going like, yeah!
Yeah. Put like a
Rodeo
banana in it.
style. Oh, what about you, Justin? What's something you want to see out of this movie? Do you want to see a definitive winner between these two characters?
Not exactly, no, because I don't want Kong to get hurt. I would rather them beat each other up for a few minutes. I mean, not knowing anything about the movie, I would prefer that they start fighting each other and then they tag team to take on a bigger bad. That would probably be the ideal scenario for me, and then they both go back to their homes when it's all said and done. I don't know what the humans promised Kong to get him on this ship. I don't know if it was a cruise or if it was just injected and went against his will. But
Huge
I want
banana.
him. Yeah, look at this big old dance, monkey dance, and like I just hope he ends up back on Skull Island, hanging out with his other little friends, and Godzilla gets to go back into the ocean and do whatever it is that he does. Drinks his Dr. Pepper from 1985.
Monster.
Little Legend 769 asks, is there a chance of a new SH figure arts for King Ghidorah, maybe with folded wings? Hey, anything's possible. Nothing that we know or can announce, but Monster Arts is a very popular line. The fans of Monster Arts are incredible. You know that you're going to get a quality figure, so a lot of you invest and get these figures. And as they continue to sell out, they're always going to be wanting to fill in gaps. There's a ton of different Godzillas, there's a ton of Ghidorahs, a ton of Rodans, a ton of everybody. And I think if given their druthers, Tamashii Nations would want to make them all. So, it does take time to make each figure. So, it's probably in a queue somewhere, but, you never know. Things happen.
So you definitely want to follow our social channels for that, just in
That's
case
right.
there is any kind of news.
And what are those?
Those are at Bluefin Brands and at Tamashii Nations.
Yep.
Yeah. Someone's asked, where can I ask a question? Well, you just did, Raul. Just where you asked that question, just ask something else.
You wasted a good one.
Yeah, that was your one. Everyone gets one. That was you, Raul.
My goodness.
Sorry, it was something something that got lost in the stream. It's going so quick. It's going so quick.
AJ, you've been watching Godzilla movies since before you were born, basically. Came out of the womb watching Godzilla. What are some of your favorites?
There's one I believe where he fights Biollante. That one's pretty cool to watch. I just like kaijus in general.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime there's either a new kaiju or just in general just more of the same kaiju that I really like I'm a really big fan of Gamera. So anytime there's a film that includes him, or again just any new kaiju, those are fantastic. And I don't know, I just like watching all the monsters. That's why I like that Kong Skull Island, because it shows a lot of the different types of creatures that he has to interact with. And I'm like, oh man, this is exactly what I want. So I'm kind of I'm on with you where I'm like, I want Kong to get back to his island and interact with his friends as well, because I want to see those creatures.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah, there was a
great.
comment. Yeah, they kind of want to be like Hulk versus Hulkbuster in Age of Ultron. They just want to see the fight. They don't care. They don't need a winner. They don't have to have a referee raise someone's hand at the end.
Uh-huh.
They just want to see them fight.
Sure. You mentioned Biollante, and we actually have that special color version that comes out next month. Our samples just arrived, and it looks gorgeous.
Oh, man.
My goodness.
It's a good one.
I've tried taking pictures of it, but there's so much action. I'm like, I want to focus on this, but then there's that like lights up and the four like little the four not arms, but the four stalks with the little heads. They all are independent. There's 2 different light modes on it. It's an incredible figure, and it's
I need to go
intimidating.
check this one out. I need to see it in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people asking about future Monster Arts releases. Kong and Godzilla are our big reveals. This week. There are definitely more coming in all of our properties. There'll be more coming from the Godzilla lines. Definitely more coming from the Monster Hunter line. That's something we just launched with Nargacuga and Rathalos, and those are doing really well. Those are incredible figures. They'll definitely be adding to that line, and
Zinogre is next on him.
Oh, okay.
On
That's
Monster
the one I
Hunter.
like.
Yeah.
So keep up with Bluefin Brands and Tamashii Nations on social media.
And sometimes the posts come late at night here in the United States because Japan likes to reveal their stuff in their afternoon, which is the late evening for us.
Mhm.
So don't go to bed too early. Stay up
But
late.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
Stay up
East
all
Coast
night
folks.
and watch Godzilla and King Kong movies.
There you go.
Justin,
When
do you remember the first Kong or Godzilla movie that you saw?
Yeah, so the first Kong movie I saw was the one from '76 with Jeff Bridges. That was my first exposure to Kong, and then Godzilla. I mentioned Godzilla 1985 earlier, and that was literally my first time ever seeing Godzilla. It was a Dr. Pepper commercial where he's storming through the city and stomping on everything, destroying like a lemonade truck or something, and they're like, "We gotta get him what he needs," and then like that cheesy jingle from the '80s where it's like, "Hold out." And like hold out for Dr. Pepper comes on, and he takes a big old Dr. Pepper can off the roof of the building and drinks it. And I was like, I gotta see this Godzilla guy. So then
Is that the one where he puts
Godzilla-
on the glasses?
Yeah. So Godzilla 1985. That was my first Godzilla movie.
Nice. Do you remember your first Godzilla or Kong movie, Aya?
Actually, the first movie I saw was the last year's Godzilla King of the Monsters. I went to see the premiere of the movie because my friend got the ticket, and then there's a Godzilla, the actual figures, the people inside, and then walking like this, and the lady hold his hand and then walking toward the theater. It was so cute. It's like it walk like this. Yeah, and then yesterday I watched Shin Godzilla to catch up, and then it was so cool. I just love to see the Godzilla destroy the whole cities. It feels so refreshing to me.
But that's your homeland. How could you?
Like, I used to live right there.
It looks so interesting. Like, oh,
Have you
Tokyo
ever seen the
Station.
real Godzilla?
Yeah, Shin Godzilla's a trip. Yeah, Hideki Anno, the Neon Genesis, he did that. He's got vision, that guy.
Maya's about mayhem. She wants to see destruction happen.
Yeah.
She's like the
Step on
Joker.
my house. Step on my house.
She just wants to see the world burn.
Yeah.
Mike's Monster says, saw the Godzilla vs. Kong stuff right before midnight the other night, and I couldn't sleep. Haha. It's the same way with Justin.
Yeah.
We were the ones up late at night, waiting to hit the button at exactly 11 p.m. And then we're texting back and forth. Okay, is it time? Is it time? And then we did it. And just the fan reaction, even in the middle of the night, was just incredible. So it's always fun when there's that kind of interaction and stuff like that.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Fran, you actually just watched the original King Kong from the 30s last night,
I
right?
did. I watched it last night. That's why I'm Franny Ray. I'm Fay Ray's great-great-great-granddaughter.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Now, actually, that Kong movie was the first one I ever saw for King Kong. Like I said, back in the 60s, they would put it on Saturday afternoons, the Saturday afternoon movies. And I fell in love with Kong then. I wanted to go sit in his hand like Fay Ray did. He
There
just
you go.
is awesome. My
He
big
is.
daddy Kong.
WW.
Yeah, Mike's Monster says 33 Kong is still incredible. It holds up.
Yeah, He's a guy. Love him.
That's this one where he also does like he breaks like the dinosaur's jaws and then like chomps it back up. Doesn't he do that? Is that version?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
he does it in the Peter Jackson version. I know.
Yeah,
I know,
he
but I
does
thought that was like an homage to like the original though. I don't remember
Right.
though.
Yeah.
To the V-Rexes, since they're not
Yeah.
T-Rexes because they
The
don't
other
have too many toes.
There you go.
animals are weird. I don't know how they made them. They're probably just clay figures or something back then from 33.
Yeah, it's all
But
stop motion.
they did a really good job considering when that was made. It still holds up as a classic movie to me.
Yeah, I made like a 12-second stop motion movie with Legos once, and it took me like 2 days, and it was hardly impressive.
They moved here to there.
Yeah, basically.
Hey,
It was
hooray!
the worst.
Mr. Vader's fist didn't leave us after the Hungry Eyes. Thank you for not leaving us
nice.
with Swayze.
Oh man.
He asked, "Do y'all remember the Godzilla 1988 movie poster? Size does matter." I remember everything about the '98 Godzilla because I was like, "Oh, this is it! This is going to be the movie! Can't wait to see it!"
Yeah.
Got my tickets to see it at the Irvine Spectrum midnight screening. Took all my friends going. We went to Taco Bell because I remember they had the Taco Bell crossover. You got the cups and
Yeah, they had the topper. Remember the huge Godzilla topper? That
and
was cool.
the commercials were like that was the time they had the Yokiro Taco Bell Chihuahua, and then Godzilla was there, and he's like Yokiro Taco Bell. And I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be the best thing ever. And well,
Those were the days.
Yeah.
what about you, AJ? Do you prefer kind of like the campy, rubber suit, stop motion, Godzilla's, Kongs of the world, or are you more into the more modern, Skull Island, King of Monsters type, CGI, real detailed looks at them?
So, I'm a real I love tokusatsu. So they with how Ultraman does a lot of rubber suits and everything with that too. I find that the rubber suits are really cool because they have to get into it, they have to act in it. Whereas in CGI, it's a lot of keyframing and then just animating those in betweens. But you got to get the texture and lighting right. So there's a lot of props to both, and I feel like a good mix is always something that I look forward to. Like not all of the same, but maybe scenes look a little bit better if it was CGI as well. So I'm the 50-50 on that. Oh man, look at that cup. I remember that.
Yeah, that's the one that I had. Got in a little desert town called Yucca Valley at Taco Bell.
I will say I was in Japan at that time, so that was probably one of the first few times I was really buying Godzilla products, and because I was in Japan for this US movie, it was a lot harder to get that stuff because it would be based off the Navy Exchange would have it. And again, a lot of kids, so they got it. I ended up with a couple figures. I never got the really big one, but I had the medium sized one. I was like, this is perfectly fine. Eventually he got warped. His leg got warped because of the heat because I brought him out everywhere. So he has one straight leg and the other one's really wonky. He'll never stand again.
He didn't make it. Frank, do you remember the '98 Godzilla? Were you watching Godzilla films back then, or are you a bookend girl? You like the originals, and you like the new ones, and anything in between? You're like, yeah, it's fun.
You know what? I like them all. I really have a heart for the old ones because it brings back my childhood. But I love the new effects with the CGI and stuff. It really brings them to life. It's to me scarier because they look so real. I remember the first time I saw Godzilla, I had nightmares and my mom had to come rescue me because I could see Godzilla walking down our street. It scared me.
Wow.
We got other questions. Do you prefer Gorilla Kong like Peter Jackson's, or something more upright like 33 and Skull Island? I really like some of the stuff in the Peter Jackson one, just how visceral it feels when he actually climbs up Empire State Building. The whole time, don't go up there. And then when he's up there swatting at the planes, it just terrifies me every time. I don't have an irrational fear of heights, but when he's sitting up there and the camera is such that you're looking down the 104 stories or whatever it is, and you know it's going to happen. It's so sad. And when he's holding on to the ledge and he's staring at who was
Naomi
Watts, yeah. When he's staring at her and you see his eyes just kind of die and he falls.
Oh, breaks my heart, man. That's just it, right? That's what I think of when I see these eyes, and then I look at my dog, and I'm like, oh my god, that could happen to my dog, and it makes me so sad, and then it breaks my heart. But I mean, I think as far as the upright position goes, like I definitely dig like the Kong Skull Island vibe when the helicopters are arriving and the sun's there and he's like all backlit. He just looks so badass. Like that one shot just sold me that King Kong is just the greatest ever, and I love it so much.
It's just terrifying.
And it's got John C. Reilly.
Yeah, and it's got John C. Reilly.
It's just definitely terrifying to see a huge mammal like a gorilla just standing upright and into the sunset right behind it. You're like, no, I will go the other way.
Yeah, Pat. He's like, is that a monkey?
Yeah.
Let's turn around. Let's bring this tugboat ashore.
Yeah, a lot of comments about Shin Godzilla. People are very polarizing. Sorry, Fran, what were you saying?
Oh, I was going to say we share our DNA with gorillas. I wonder if we share it with Kong too. Maybe that's why I like him so much.
There you go.
I'm
We're all
related.
part Kong.
Yeah, Shin Godzilla's nuts. I watched it once.
Yeah, the transformations were kind of crazy, and the
that's
figure with the tail, with where it's got like the things crawling on it. That's
like the Frozen or whatever.
Yeah,
It's fourth form Frozen. Yeah, that's nuts. It's like you're gonna need to see a doctor about that. Get a shot, maybe. I don't know. Better days, my friend. Better days.
Yeah. Speaking of Shin, AJ, there was a Shin Ultraman trailer just this week. You're big. You love Tokusatsu. You love Ultraman. Kind of the cousin of Godzilla, I guess. What do you think of the trailer?
With what was shown, it looks great. I mean, like they didn't go too far off with a design for him. Like Shin Godzilla, his design, a lot different than what a lot of people normally used to as a Godzilla. But that one still looked fantastic. And then as far as this Ultraman one goes, not much different. It looks like classic Ultraman. And then there was, again, like 2 shots of like the kaijus. And I haven't watched it more than twice. And I haven't yet figured out if that was a CG or the old classic like suit design they did for that shot. But regardless, that trailer looked great. And I am excited for this as well. Like, I don't know if it comes out this year, but, it is definitely a monster year for...
Do you have a preference, suit or CGI?
I'd be 50-50 on it. Probably more on the suit just because, the suit can physically exist afterwards and be like, cool, can I see it? Where's the CGI?
Can I have it?
Where's the CGI? All right, you're on a 30 megabyte hard drive. All right, well just thanks.
Yeah.
Can't do anything with that.
All right, well, here's a good question. Now, none of us have seen the movie. None of us know anything. This isn't spoilers. This isn't us hinting at future releases of MonsterArts for this film. Who else do we want to see in this film, Fran? Is there another character from Godzilla, from Kong's universe that you would want to see in this film? We've had Mothra, Rodan, and Ghidorah already in this franchise. Is there someone else you would want to see from their rogues gallery?
I don't know names of all the other monsters, but
like the turtle one.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
a tough one
Gamera.
for me.
Yeah. What about you, AJ? Is there someone else you'd want to see?
I mean, other than the obvious of what people had thought they'd seen as well on the trailer, I would, again, as a person who likes Gamera, I would like to see Gamera make it somehow into the MonsterVerse. Other than that, there's like another monster's name. He has like one horn, and I thought they had shown him in King of All Monsters, but that wasn't the case. I forget that one's name, but I'd like to see definitely more kaijus, especially from the scenes that they hinted at in King of All Monsters, but never really shown.
Sure. What about you, Justin? Anybody you'd want to see?
I want to see. I mean, just point out the obvious. I think like full blown knowing like Mechagodzilla, I think would be rad. And then I want like Charles Dance to just kind of come and like stand outside his mouth and be like, "Yeah, I'm conquering the world," kind of thing.
Nice.
Like a Wizard of Oz reveal kind of thing, where he's just in there with cranking levers and going to town. I think that'd be awesome.
I told you this end of the credit scene from King of Monsters was going to make sense eventually.
I just saw him turning wheels and dials and levers and just
Coming out
going.
his head.
Out of coal.
Yeah, that'd be great.
What about you, I? Is there anyone that stands out that you'd want to see turn this tag team into a triple threat match?
Totoro?
That works.
He shows up and saves the day. Yeah, I'd take it. I'd laugh if Totoro just showed up in the middle of this. Like, guys, why are we fighing?
Yeah. He's taking a nap and then they wake him up.
He's like, now I'm mad. You woke me up from my slumber.
That's funny. How about the guy from what is it? The big marshmallow man?
So Stay Puft Marshmallow from Ghostbusters?
Yeah, from Ghostbusters.
That'd be perfect. When Godzilla blast him and he'd get all toasty.
There you
We'd
go.
all we'd like dip and make s'mores out
Yeah.
of him.
Yeah, that would be it. That's funny.
I think it would be cool. Yeah, I think it would be cool if they're fighting all of a sudden like two Jaegers from Pacific Rim show up, like or something like that, and this whole time it's been a giant crossover or something like that. And I think that'd be fun if they could somehow find a way to like merge. Like, no, we're good at taking care of these monsters. Don't worry, we got this.
They did say like in the Pacific Rim before, like, it was the kaiju's that started it all, so it wouldn't be too far fetched.
Right.
Yeah, that could be definitely cool. But yeah, there was so many fun stuff shown in the trailers. We see that Kong fighting on maybe Skull Island, some kind of island he's fighting. They're like the pterodactyl, semi-Rodan looking monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Even in King of Monsters, they showed a bunch of different mutas. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff they could show, and I can't wait to see what they bring to life. Did I say muta?
Yeah,
like mutants. Sorry, I got mutants like WandaVision on my brain right now.
Sure. Massive unidentified terrestrial organism.
There you
go.
All right. Anybody have any final thoughts? Fran, what is your final takeaway from this trailer, from these figures? What's your excitement level 1 to 10 about Godzilla versus Kong?
It's like an 11. This is the first toys that I really am excited about having. But it's just because I love these movies. Anyway, I've noticed some comments over here on the side, people making suggestions that we need some, Tamashi needs to make some, some scenic add-ons for these characters, like effect they do. Parts. Yeah, effect parts like they do with the other ones. That would be kind of fun, so I could set up a whole scene.
Get your aircraft carrier scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait to see the movie.
Well, have a viewing party or something.
I think we should. This weekend, I'm probably going to watch all the Godzilla and Kong movies on HBO Max, so it'll be fun.
Good luck with that.
You'll be busy.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
What about you, Aya? Where's your excitement level at for the film, for the figures?
It's like the movie. I just looking for the two character fighting, the action sequence, and then like Fran, I think I'm gonna watch the old movie to catch up with the characters' background and stuff. And then the figure looks really, really great. I love the detail of everything here and the texture. So, I'm looking for both movie and figures, both of them.
Nice. Yeah, everyone in the comments is on your page, Fran. They're all like, "Oh man, I would totally buy dioramas and building."
Yeah, especially if they collapse and fall apart.
Exactly, it'd be really cool.
We'll have to get you on a call with Tamashi Nations. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
AJ, excitement level, figures, movies, this whole thing. We're about 2 months and 2 days away.
So, like, as far as the figures go, I love SH figures with Tamashi, like whether or not be just SH figures or these monster arts. The articulation in a lot of figures are what really sell it to me. And for Kong, I am really excited to see all the articulation points and how all the different poses I can do with him. And same goes with Godzilla. Like I always like figuring out where his balance is. So I'm really excited for both figures. I want to say like I'm a 10 on 10 excitement. And as far as the movie, I'm gonna go double. I'm just gonna say like 20 out of 10, just because those figures I could just recreate those fights, or I guess at this point put Kong on Godzilla's back too and make new fights. Unless that really happens in the movie, then you called it. But yeah, excitement level. I am very excited for this movie and the figures themselves.
Awesome. Now, Justin, before we get your excitement level, Brian Coy asks, how tall are these? You want to remind everyone how tall these figures are?
Yeah, excuse me. Kong was 5.7 inches. Godzilla was 6.3.
So Godzilla's got the height. He's got the height on. But,
that's pretty good.
Kong's got the fists. So, Justin, where's your excitement level at for the figures and for the films?
Both are 10. I'm very, very excited, very pumped. I'm fully aware that I'm probably gonna cry when Kong gets like injured, and I'm gonna be sad, and it's gonna break my heart a little bit. But I'm optimistic for a happy ending. So, at the end of the day, though, 10.
Yeah, I'm with you with Kong getting hurt. I know the first time that Godzilla bites Kong's arm and he yelps, like that yelping, the yelp is what always gets me. Like
I will cry.
Like I always think like dogs, like
I know it's sad.
When I play World of Warcraft, one of my characters is like a worgen, which is like kind of like a werewolf type character, and it yelps. And every time it does, I'm like, man, I'm a terrible person. I'm putting my character in harm's way. So I can't handle the yelps. For me, I'm so pumped about these figures. I've loved the MonsterArts Godzilla line. I think they're incredible. I'm so excited to add Kong to the mix. He looks incredible. His face, the face alone, that's where all the emotions come from. And I'm with you guys. If he's got to do something, or he's got to sacrifice himself, or if he's got to do something where he's going to put himself in harm, I'm just going to be so worried the whole time for him. And I think it has to go, like Fran was saying, that we have so much in common with with apes and stuff like that we can kind of put ourselves in his shoes, to where Godzilla's awesome and kick ass. He's a giant lizard, and I don't relate as much to someone like him. For the film, I'm super excited. I've actually set up like velvet ropes in my living room to like make a line so they can actually be in line to see this movie.
Oh, you're so funny.
My wife makes fun of me, but I got a little tent and a sleeping bag, and I sleep in it so I don't lose my place in line. So I will be ready whatever time they put it out. If it's 9 a.m. like they did Wonder Woman, or if it's midnight, I will be watching it ASAP.
I say we have a watch party.
Yeah.
My ticket has a seat number, so I'm guaranteed that spot.
Yeah, right. But you got crummy seats. Someone already picked up my couches and my recliner. I got my floor.
No.
I got back carpet. I don't know. It's political. My internet's not that fast, but thanks everybody for joining us for this Godzilla versus Kong. Just a little informal hangout. Remember, we are giving away the 1954 Bandai San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from 2019. If you're watching this, just leave a comment in whatever platform you're watching on. We'll come through it. We'll pick a winner. We'll DM you, get your address. We'll send it right to you. And if you are as excited for these figures as we are, the Kong and Godzilla figures will ship in June of 2021. Right now, you can order them. If you have a local shop that you go to, always go there first. Support local. If not, Amazon, Big Bad, Entertainment Earth are also amazing options. They'll be able to get that out to you shortly after getting it. And they're $68 each. Justin said the heights. I think Kong was 5'8", 5'7", and Godzilla 6.3.
When he wears his shoes, he's 5'8".
Yeah,
heels.
Yeah. it's like Fletch. If you want to keep up on all of the new releases from MonsterArts, there's going to be some reveals coming. In the near future probably. Follow at Tamashi Nations on Facebook and Twitter. Instagram is at Instamashi. But you can follow at Bluefin Brands across all platforms, and that is where, if anything happens, we will make sure to post that almost instantaneously on that. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks everyone on the panel for coming. Thank you, Fran, for gracing us on a live stream. We've been asking forever. You're like, I don't want to come on. We're talking about your boy Kong, and you're
for
here.
the love of Kong. Yep.
There you go. All for Kong.
And it's always great to have you. Thank you so much. I hope you had fun. She's like, yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No one got destroyed.
And as always, nothing would ever get done around here without AJ and Justin. They run this community. They are the ones who are always interacting with you. They're the ones always touching at you. So if something bad happens, it's their fault. but nothing ever bad happens. But
His fault.
Sure, I'll take it.
yeah, they're the ones always looking out when you see those awesome giveaways on social media or Gleam or something like that. It's usually their idea. They're like, hey, we got to give these people something. They're so amazing. We got to give out prizes. Their idea to give away the Godzilla and stuff like that. So make sure to show them love and be nice on social media, everybody. Yeah. And if you're looking for any way to support us, like us on the social platforms we talked about. It doesn't cost you anything, but it shows support for the brands. And that is always an enormous help. So until next time, guys, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.